Hello, how are you doing today? This is Listen Lindsay here with a message from the Most High, and this is about childhood trauma, I believe. Well, we got at the head, or at the very, very top, is Path in Reverse, which we got actually out here dos times, 2 different decks. So, and what I'm feeling like is that this is a path that keeps returning you to the same spot over and over again, right? It's like we can't escape the loop. Can't escape the matrix? I don't know, maybe. But you see, like, it's like no matter which way you go, the road keeps returning back to you. And it's funny because when my mom left my dad said that at the end of the road, it goes right, it goes left, but it don't come back. So maybe that's significant to somebody. I don't know. That could be, and I actually do feel like that definitely is significant because it seems like childhood, you know what I mean? We're repeating a pattern from childhood that's coming forth at this time to be recognized and conquered, right? Because it's something that we're not consciously aware of. It's not, I mean, whether we understand that this is something that we do or that has been a problem, or like we even have looked at it in that way, this is for those who just feel like they can't do it. You know, they can't get past something. They're unmotivated or just not good at life. You know what I mean? They're trying to find the strength to continue on. They're really, really, really doing their best in this manner, but it feels like you aren't given the tools to do the job, you know, like, and so that is why, hold on one second, well, I get back down, no, I won't, I'll get back down to the bottom by doing ones on top first. All right, so this could, is that one of ours? That screen? To whoever's most likely to cancel plans 15 minutes before they start. So this may be something that affects you in how you show up and how you commit to things, or and then to whoever's most likely to be the big spoon. And I'm gonna read the actual cards on the other sides, but I feel like this is painting a picture for us. It's kind of, and the painter's out here too in reverse, but
What?
it's painting a picture for us to be able to see the type of like okay, so to be the big spoon, it'd be like this has made you show up and just take on the other masculine or feminine, you know what I mean? Like this would show up as a woman being the father and mother to their child because her father wasn't there, or it's showing like a feminine stepping into that masculine role and owning it because of something that, you know, a belief or some trauma that happened in childhood. And it says, you're cloaked. They couldn't ping the signal. Shadow watched but couldn't touch. So again, there's something about something being in the dark, right? Not really fully aware of it or not being seen up front. And then the undertone of this deck, the bottom deck, was harmony at home. So here we go again, you know what I'm saying? You pick up what I'm putting down here. And then trust that the universe will provide for you as you pursue your life's purpose. And with this being said, it's trust that, okay, hold on. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. Blah, blah.
He wants to get his feet on. I'm trying to feel more.
So also, it's like a feeling like there's a fear, underlining fear here of not knowing how exactly to show up, or like they not being able to depend on just believing that you have what it takes to accomplish or obtain to be a part of the haves, right? You feel like you're a part of the have-nots. And like it's something you're just born into. And that's not the case. It isn't, I promise. Because with hard work and consistency, or even just consistently recognizing that you becoming conscious of the situation and realizing like, whoa, this is my belief here. This is where I'm not set up for this limitation. This limitation is not right. But anyways, it's like a sense of you're not being able to let go of something that you don't even have all the facts or all the memories for from your child services or from childhood where, you know, there was some damage done. And I need to dig into that a little further into yourself. But listen, before you get to start digging, do me a favor. And we got to make sure we're feeling the feelings, not feeding them. So don't, you know, I mean, do whatever feels right. But if you get into that victim mentality, you know, ask yourself, how does this serve me? Don't just like wallow in it, because it's very unlikely that anybody is going to show up to save you from that but yourself. Okay? And whatever happened in childhood, it was around some emotional manipulation. So you likely had a parent that did not show up for you in a way that felt safe, like you could express your feelings, or, you know, you were constantly having to, you're probably an empath now, right? You read the room. You are constantly trying to control the situation or control others' emotions by people pleasing in order to feel safe and secure, because it felt like you were responsible for your parents' emotions, and like they, you know, you had to hold them together in a way. And it took away from you being a child. You didn't get to be a kid. You had to parent your parent. So you didn't, you know what I mean? You didn't get to the joys of being a child. You had to grow up too fast. And it has left its lasting mark and damage of you having to be this strong. You never got the chance to be vulnerable and a child and carefree, you know? And, you know, it's not like you were completely upset about it, but you knew no other way, right? And it wasn't like a right from wrong thing. You know, you didn't look at it as being a negative thing, but you're not able to step into your divine authentic self or onto your pathway until you're able to address this and heal it by even, I do believe that this is saying to get into your childhood, right? Or to dig deep into yourself to find that childhood self, right? To find those joys that before you were made, or no, I feel like your whole life it was like you weren't able to be that child, right? So you're gonna have to start being a child now. And that's your job now. Your job is to be the kid that you were never allowed to be, because that's what is standing in your way at this time. It feels like you've had to be this brawler, this fighter, the one to carry the responsibilities, the one that took it all on. And you no longer have to fight for that survival, for that right to live, for that right to be you. You can, you know, you've had the setbacks with the, Lauren, what's this word? Talk to your brother.
Okay.
Don't pick him up, talk to him. Just talk to him.
Okay.
Life didn't stay inside. What?
I think it's the aspirant.
He's not fake,
like
hon.
aspire.
Aspirant, that's what I was thinking too, but
Let me see.
Mom, is this?
Oh my god.
okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sailor with new influences. So This is going to be getting outside of your normal. Like if you're still in a dynamic or still
That's
taking
correct.
care and
A
taking
person
on your
having
parents.
ambitions to achieve something typically follow a particular career.
Okay, got it.
Having ambitions, ask for it.
Okay, so you need to aspire at this time to get in touch with your inner guide. We got inheritance and correction. Correct, where you need to parent your inner child, reparent it. You know what I mean? Like repaint the picture. You know what? No, fuck. Throw the whole picture away of your childhood and all the belief systems of how the world is, and that you have to be the strong. Everything's on you. The weight of the world is literally on your shoulders, and you are the one that's in charge of making sure that you're safe and that your parents' emotions stay. And no, you didn't ever get a chance to even feel your own emotions then. So we're literally, and it's making you stuck in this not self theme. This whole world of yours that has been created because of it is not authentic to who you are, like who you came here to be. So, but it is authentic in the part where like it shaped you into who you are now, and that's beautiful. But now let's find your freedom in it. Let's free you from the narrative of where it's all on you, because you are allowed to be free from this. You know, you don't have to be perfect all the time with the warrior and perfectionism out here in reverse. Color outside the lines. You know what I mean? Like, allow yourself to get sloppy or for something to not get done for a second, that, you know, you carried the weight of the world. Put some of that weight down and let loose. And believe that everything's going to be okay if you allow yourself to do that. I know it doesn't feel like it's going to be okay, but I promise it will be. Yeah, you need to really get in touch with your creative side and find what drives you and move forward with that. And out of, you know, you have this empathy, so much empathy for everybody else around you, but you need that empathy. You neglect yourself from it all the time. And that's what you had to do in order to survive, in order to be loved, in order to grow and to get to where you are today. Well, now nobody needs your empathy more than you do. So turn that around, turn your frown upside down, and fall in love back with life and find what excites you and what is exciting and enjoyable, and let down some of that responsibility that you've literally been carrying your whole life. All right, I love you, and as always, I hope something I said has helped. Peace around the world for generations. You got this.